So today is May 17th, 2026. That is just a shadow on my head. Anyway, um, there's just heinous shit coming out about everybody all over the whole world. And when you peel the layers of the onion, you find out there's nothing at the core, but there are many layers. And on every topic, everybody has reserved judgments because they found that when they judged too quickly from before, when the truth emerged, then they were in fact wrong and became embarrassed by their pseudo-intellectualism. Now, I know that I'm smarter than 98% of the world, and yet I have lost a lot of intelligence due to age. At least I know how stupid I am. But all these genius podcasters, from Tim Pool, what a piece of shit. All of them, Rogan, everybody. I like Joe. I think he's a smart guy. But when it comes to child predation, Epstein, Trump, the whole, everything, the wars, the fucking nature of reality, physics, archaeology. That's the one I really like, is the archaeology. And physics too, because all the top people in those fields, man, they are so smart, they know so much, and they're fucking just, I can say definitively, really? Especially when it comes to archaeology. Hey, dumbass, I thought you said this was true. Oh, what, you were wrong? You know what I mean? I would hate to spend that much time in school harumph, and then find out I was as full of shit as the next fucking moron. Same with physics. I don't think that we have a clue. They don't have a clue. They don't have a clue about the workings of an atom. They don't have a clue about the workings of the universes, or verse, or whatever. They have no clue. So if you're clueless, and I'm clueless, how are you? Oh, you're smarter clueless. Well, fuck you. The one topic, though, which is hot on the griddle, is homelessness. And everybody seems to think that they have all the answers. Hey, here's a fucking fact. I'm in California, as many of the other homeless people are. For one thing, I don't care what any fucking person says, at least half, if not more, of the homeless people that are out here making everybody look bad are paid crisis actors, and they might get consumed by the role, but initially there was a contractual agreement to where they just were going to go out there and act like their asshole selves, add to the numbers. But out of the other half, that other half of the umbrella label incorporates different schools of thought people. Some of them, well, for one thing, all the crazies, the actual crazies, we still, as a country, we owe it to everybody to take care of everybody. That's the fucking bottom line. Fuck the immigrants from other countries. We got to take care of our poor people first. Bottom line. The very nature of the word homeless, the problem is in the word homeless. So if that's the problem, those homeless people are in my way. They're ugly. They smell. They steal. You know what?
No, we
If
don't.
they were so... What?
We don't.
Please stay.
All right.
If we were so criminally industrious, how come nobody's coming up off the street? Oh, they choose to be there. That's bullshit. That's just some fucking politician talking shit, saying whatever the fuck they want. But everybody wants to stick their dirty dick grabbers in the middle and grab some fucking bread before it gets filtered down. So here's the issue. Gavin Newsom, he had $100 billion surplus when he came into office. That's gone. Yeah, there was $27.6 billion. That's gone. For the homeless. There was $24 billion for the homeless. That's gone. And still we have more than ever homeless. And everybody's, well, we keep throwing money at it, and it just doesn't ever...
Help.
Well, the problem is you are throwing your money into crooks' hands. They're stealing the money. So here's the fucking reality. We were stuck because every fucking person we've known has turned out to be a betraying piece of shit before 2020. And all this money transpired flying through the air, just rivers of money, and then it slows to a trickle, and then it stops. And then everybody goes their separate ways. And so there's harumphing, more harumphing. Gotta harumph. And then there's still homeless people. And the homeless people have been out here like going, what the fuck? Hey, I'm trying to make a video, please. It broke her mind. She can't keep her mouth shut when I'm trying to talk on the phone or make a video. But the problem is that you fuckers packed up shop and you left the people that it was intended for still sitting there stuck, still waiting, and not having gotten one fucking penny. So now you're all indignant. Well, they just refused. No, nobody's refused. When you say, oh, well, we offered them shelters. You don't know what shelter is. Shelters, what they call shelters, is a horrific nightmare. It is absolutely, and not even, it's unthinkable for women. It's barely thinkable for men. Most now. There's violence, there's theft, robbery, all this shit. And not to say the least of which, the people that run the shelters are just as bad as the people that are perpetrating inside the shelters. So if you give someone a choice, hey, would you like to step into that criminal chaos, or would you like to go sleep or wherever you can find a spot outside? Any sane person is going to say, I'm going to go sleep outside. Now, I know you got all these pundits and fucking podcasters, and they know better. Everybody's going home to their bed. You have no fucking clue.
Yeah, they don't have...
You don't have a clue about what goes on. You don't know about the fear, the tension, the fucking actual strife, especially when the worst criminal... Could you please... The worst criminals are the police.
Yeah.
And they will fuck you up the worst of all. What's your crime? Being poor. So, don't tell me about shelters. And as far as housing, that's abundant. That's way... We've been housed by our own hand even. And no matter where we go, the police show up for some fabricated reason and kick us out. Just the other night, I was on probation in Ventura County with search terms. That got dropped 3 months ago. Just the other night, I got pulled over and they searched me and started to search the truck. Well, we still show that you have search terms until they found out the truth. So now at what point do you say, hey, you motherfuckers, you don't got the right to stop me while I'm driving? And it was for something hanging over the registration tag, which is current and valid. Just digging up, just ruining our night, made us miss the place that we were going to get dinner at because they closed at the time they were doing this. Who the fuck needs that shit? Meanwhile, here in California, illegal immigrants still get their money, their fucking food stamps, their housing, their medical, and even schooling.
Yeah.
Their own fucking... I don't need a cheerleader audience, please. You guys are going to think, she does this all the time, though. I can't speak without having someone piping in the back. I can't even speak about something that nobody else is speaking about, including her. But the rest of you people, you don't even understand. You don't understand. It's not like people are getting the opportunities for freedom and throwing them away. There never was one. And now that you've thrown away this $152 billion or whatever over not that long of a time, and according to everybody, it's all about homeless, you want to hold the homeless responsible for that money that you gave these other shysters? Are you fucking kidding me? Why didn't you give it to the people that needed it? Well, we didn't have a means of distribution. You know what? If you got enough money to donate to the coffers of these funds, then you got enough money to get your fucking ass out there and just find somebody and give them some money. Or do whatever. You know what I mean? Nobody wants to be out here. None of the real homeless people want to be out here. Nobody does. I'm 66. I'm going to be 67 here in like 2 months. She's 65, going to be 66. We both disabled. We don't want to be on the street. This is not what I envisioned my golden years. But who in God's fucking ultimate plan could have, when you in 1985, could have foreseen this economy? So it's not going to be just drug addicts and crazy people. There's people that are, and then the wages are not matched correspondingly with all the price hikes, and people that invested money. I knew I was better off just spending the money then, because at least I got that money's value out then. Because if I saved money from 1985 till now, well, maybe I'd have more of it. But they've cut that pie up so much that it's fucking worth hardly shit. They talk, oh yeah, I got $100,000 in the bank. That's nothing. That will not last a decade. So America needs to figure out the truth. You guys approached the whole thing wrong, and you owe it to the Americans that are homeless in America to fucking take care of them, especially vets and older people. It's bullshit. I mean, come on. We're spending billions and trillions fighting wars and doing all this stupid shit. But they're spending all this money to surveil everybody. You want to know how many times a day I jack off? Really? Is that what the deal is? But you can't give me a fucking kibble to live on. I'm so ashamed. I'm so ashamed to be an American. And what's worse, I am ashamed to be white. Not that I am white. I am white, but I don't act white. I might be an asshole, but I don't act white. Not like a... But the white community has the least amount of cohesion and fucking... It is all a bunch of fucking secular little fucking groups. That's all. They don't take care of their own. You don't see that many other races out here. White people. So now, if you find that most of the people out here are middle-aged to elderly, white people, you got to wonder, what is it about that particular socioeconomic demographic how did they fail? Especially since it came from a time when you had to fucking be self-reliant and work a lot. We all did. Everybody that I know has worked. But as you get older, you become less qualified for work because you are older. And then you start spending your money to take care of yourself when you're older. And it goes away, and then you lose your place. This is not mysterious. This is not some kind of, I need to think about this deep subject. No. Shit costs too much. You guys didn't give a fuck about helping anybody out, except for we wasted all this money on all these other people from other places who, by the way, were also homeless in those countries. So there's the real fucking lesson. America will take care of other countries' homeless, but fuck American homeless. That's nice. That's nice. I'm not that way. That's why I don't act white. I might be a fucking asshole, but I'm not that way. Because I believe that we should be taking care of each other. And we're not. So, that's really where we're at. Nobody can really say, oh, it's Trump's fault. It's all these other people's fault. No. The problem with America is Americans. They're just too consumed. I gotta get mine. It's not my problem. Yes, it is, motherfucker. You guys put it off for so long, you didn't want to figure it out. But yeah, it's your fucking problem. Because now, it's sitting on your doorstep. What do you think about that? Hey, I can't see it getting better. Does anybody really, unless there's some major dramatic change, there's not going to be any solutions. The solution is start fucking covering these people up. You know? But when you got everybody's fucking, I guess they're reptilian baby-eating pedophiles running the place, well, what do you expect? I don't even expect anything. We're a world run by cannibalistic, satanic pedophiles. Well, of course the old people are going to eat shit. But it doesn't mean I'm not mad about it. And one thing you got to realize about old people, as they draw nearer to the day of death, they have less and less to lose in whatever endeavor they strive. So chew on that, America.